We're gonna go with the hat today because of the quarantine hair. Just go with it. Hello Chuckers! Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, check out my little mini library I have going on with everything DIY around the house. Quite the little variety of videos. I'm sure you can find one useful. Hit the subscribe button. Today we're going to be talking about how to detail a vehicle in your own driveway. It's a pretty simple process. Just take your time, like everything else, and settle on in. So this process took about 2 hours, I would say, start to finish. Watch my hand wash with no swirls video before you start the detailing process. The proper way to hand wash a car. Here I'm starting with the spray paint. After a good wash, I used a pressure washer and blasted all the dirt and media out of the wheel wells and under the frame. If it's not too bad, you don't have to sand or use a wire wheel on any of this. I do this once a year, so it's just a light touch-up every time. There's the wheel well when it's finished. You don't have to worry too much about the plastic, just get the metal. The plastic you can treat. Here I'm using a clay bar. I got this from the chemical guys. It was a little kit. First time I did this, I was a little nervous because who would think that clay would clean a car without scratching it? But they work very well. And the reason I'm doing this, there's two reasons I'm doing this. One is to get all the paint overspray off, and I'll show you here in a minute how much overspray I got on just one wheel well. And the other reason is to get the paint nice and clean for the sealant. So you just put this, you can use water, but you just put this liquid on the paint. See all that paint residue? That's just from one wheel well. But you just put the liquid on there to make the surface nice and slick, and then you rub the clay bar back and forth. Gently, you don't have to push very hard. Back and forth on the paint. It's going to remove all of the rough patches on the paint. Overspray, tree sap, bugs. So don't push very hard. Follow that up with a microfiber. Always work in small sessions. Don't let the liquid dry. Dry it off with a microfiber and just follow with the microfiber everywhere you go. So I would work a little section and then follow it up with the microfiber, start another section. Cat. Yeah. Come on, dude. Do little sections at a time and then follow it up with the microfiber. So as soon as I'm done applying the clay bar to the whole vehicle, I got a little touch-up pen. I would get one of these to paint match your car and then touch up all of the little imperfections in the paint, rock chips, before you seal the vehicle. Cat. So this is a polymer coating. I've been using this for a few years now. I switched from wax just for the ease of it. So far I've had really good luck with it. I like it. It's similar to a ceramic coating. It's just you have to apply it more frequently and it doesn't last as long. Not quite the thickness of a ceramic coating, but I found that it works very well and I can use it on glass, paint, fiberglass. So with this you just spray it on, kind of like a spray wax, and then follow it up with a microfiber and make sure you get all the streaks off. I like to do 2 coats of this, so I'll spray it on, wipe it down, again work in little sections, and then after that cures for 2 to 8 hours, the longer the better, 8 hours would be the best. Follow it up with a second coat. It seems to last longer. You get a much more smooth surface. Next I move on to the tires. I use an all-in-one tire and wheel cleaner. And you guys know how hard it is to clean the wheels on a vehicle. So I found this stuff works pretty good. Every so often I'll get out and I'll actually wipe the wheels down. Wax them up real good. And that's what they look like when they're done. You can, after the paint dries, you can use this tire and wheel cleaner on the inside of the wheel wells and it keeps them nice and shiny. And believe it or not, for my plastic trim, I use the Wipe New As Seen on TV silly stuff. I've been using Wipe New for a few years now and it works pretty good. I use it on all the plastics. It lasts a whole summer. You can retreat it in the middle of the summer. So my mom had an Avalanche and it had all the plastic on the back. You know, the change for $1 vehicle. Remember that commercial? Kind of dates how old I am. But the plastic on that faded really, really badly. And she needed to find a product. And this is before all the real good plastic stuff came out. So this Wipe New stuff came out on TV and she decided to try it. And it was like new. Wipe New like new. It's good stuff. It's a little pricey, but you can use whatever you'd like on the plastic. I just found this stuff is super convenient, super easy to use. Just wear rubber gloves when you use it because it's kind of a nasty little chemical. And make sure you get it off of the paint. Now if you have a tonneau cover, I use this tonneau tonic stuff. And it seems to work pretty good. Just spray it on and wipe it off. You can also use it on plastic as well. So there are many different types of plastic cleaners. But on large areas, I like this stuff because you don't have to use as much as the Wipe New, so it goes a lot further. And if you haven't seen my remove hard water from glass video, now would be the time to check that one out, because next you would move on to the glass. You know, those little hard water spots. I've got a little secret sauce that you can use to get the hard water spots off of the glass. It works pretty good. Or Windex with Dawn dish soap, whatever works for you. And that's pretty much it. Glossy mirror-like finish, showroom quality. You can almost see the neighbor in the reflection. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time, chuckers. Name a cat Leonidas and see what happens.